They're like insect bird type things. They're just weird. Really weird. But when we all focus them on like this, will drop pretty quick. Yeah, so we're out of heals now, and we're out of searches, so now it's time to leave. And let's get you your bling, sir. So what we're concerned with mostly with you is your magic power stat. And I guess in your case, your armor, which is 1, which is terrible. It was this guy here. So +1 to all stats. That'll help your armor. It'll help your intelligence and cleverness, both of which help you. So we'll see what happens. We have 20 magic power and 1 armor. 23 magic power and 2 armor. And some more resistance, I think. So that's nice. So you're definitely better now. I don't think this stuff would be any good for you. No, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. Yeah, none of that's helpful for you. What's this? 2 armor. No. I'd rather the intelligence thing on you. That's better, yeah. And another thing, as you see, you have a 19 leadership score. Another thing you can do with heroes is you can put them in front of armies. So we have Lothane leading this army. He's a warlock. And this army's got Quent. He's an enchanter leading this army. So it's kind of neat. Or you can send heroes into... Actually, maybe we do that just for the fun of doing it. See if we can. Let's send Jay Blinn over here because we're at war with these guys, and we might be able to screw with them. Maybe we can incite a revolt, or maybe steal some money while we're at war. We'll send this hero in to do some subterfuge in there. Oh, did the stream drop? I didn't get any indication of that. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't see any dropped frames here. Did this... could be something going on with Twitch. We're back? Okay, we're back. Is this game based on a specific system like Axe D&D? It did drop. Okay, damn, that sucks. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't have any indication on my end that it dropped, but that's good to know. Thank you. He was going for the feel of Dungeons and Dragons, as I understand it. But, like, mechanically under the hood, I don't think it uses any kind of D&D system. I think it's just like a custom homebrew, ultra simple combat mechanic style. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. I don't think there's any actual D&D mechanics in here. They still want a truce, which of course we're not going to give to them. But we are going to sell some food because we don't need it. So let's sell 30 food. We can go ahead and get our devout guy this turn. So let's do that. And then we can... Now we can sell some horses, because we won't be needing them for a while. Get rid of some stones, and maybe we can buy some shards, just to keep that rolling. So we're at 22 a turn, and I think maybe this coming turn we should have just finished... Where's our purifier? Not there. This 2. It wasn't there. Was it? Maybe it was. Oh no, here it is. So yeah, we might get +2. Even that's got to be a bug. I'm going to mention that to him too. That doesn't seem right at all, but because our purifier research is like +6, we should be getting 2 +6, but we might get 2 +2. So this is high water. So we'll have to keep an eye next turn and see just how many extra shards we get from our purifier in high water. So we'll check that. Is there a possibility to play with the game without dungeons? Yeah, you can just ignore them. You don't have to search for dungeons. You can just play the game without them. You can still get heroes if you want to. And the heroes are good because they can lead your armies like generals and they can perform actions in enemy territory. Yeah, you don't have to... You can play this game entirely and completely ignore the dungeon aspect. I think the dungeon aspect is pretty cool. I think it's fun and interesting, but I would like to see it better integrated with the rest of the game. Like right now, you get a little bit of gold, you get a little bit of shards, which is fine. And if you take it all the way and you go to the extreme dungeons, you can get artifacts, which gives you +40. Or if you find all 5 unity runes in the dungeon, which would be really hard, you can get 50,000 and just straight up win. Just straight up win through dungeon delving. So there is that. But I don't know. Despite all that, it feels like a game within a game. AI should also be using the dungeons. The AI does use the dungeons, like, so they do get artifacts. I don't know how the developer has physically implemented that. I severely doubt that they have actual adventuring parties actually physically going into dungeons and dungeon diving in the same way we are. I would highly suspect it's more algorithmic with them, with the AI. I mean, I don't know, but my guess is he's probably got like either they put together adventuring parties and they just auto explore all the time and see what they get, which I think is less likely. What I think is more likely, what he's done, he probably has a system where they build random heroes, but we never see their heroes, so they don't have to show them. So it's probably just he builds heroes and his nation just kind of gets sort of, quote, you were in a dungeon this turn, so you just got so many shards, or you got so many gold this turn as dungeon delving, and then just every now and then the game probably just gives them items, and towards the end of the game might just start giving out random artifacts to the AI, just as, oh, you found this in a, quote, in an extreme dungeon. You know what I mean? That's what my guess is what's happening, but I don't know for sure. But the enemy definitely does have heroes, because you can find them. So let's, what's this? Extort. Extort money from a corrupt official. Let's see what we get. No gossip. Okay, couldn't find any scandalous nonsense. Let's check our supply. Okay, let's move this guy over here. Keep him in supply for now. Yeah, we're not going to reinforce the golem. Okay. So we're going to have to dip out of supply. Summer Dawn. Okay, so we're coming into summer. So we should have... Summer's a reasonably good time to make an attack, because I think the supply is a little bit rougher in the winter. I could be mistaken. Yes, yeah, we did give Vale his gear, right. Dungeons should spawn monsters on the map that would attack cities. I actually suggested that very thing to the developer, and he said he experimented with that in the beta, and people were getting frustrated with monsters like randomly capturing undefended cities and stuff like that, which I personally don't think is a reason not to put that in. I mean, if you've ever played Shadow Empire, you know to defend your cities against just that sort of thing. But yeah, he didn't seem too keen on that idea, but I did literally suggest that very thing. Okay, let's sell some more gold, or sell some food rather. What do we got? I don't want to sell 100. That's a bit extreme. Though we are getting 65 a turn. 132 produced, 67 used. Okay, let's sell a bunch of food. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're not using anywhere near as much as we're producing, so that should be safe. Should be safe. Let's get rid of some of that. Get rid of some of this. Now we can... I think we're going to buy 30 shards this time. Let's keep that shard train rolling. This guy... I don't really want to... Man, let's just see what you got here. What? Is this real life? Get out of here. I'm trying to look at... You have nothing here. Get out of there. Okay, so he has a level 5 fort, which is why he just survived there. He's got nothing here. So for every level of fort, he has a 7% chance to negate damage. So he's got 37 or 35% chance to basically negate any damage he took. And that just saved his ass because he has nothing here. We got a big stat coming in. So I don't know where his army went. Like, he had an army. Is it in my territory and I just missed it? Has he, like, invaded me with his army and I just... Or did he... I don't know what happened to his army. He had an actual proper size army last time I checked in on him, and I don't see it right now. So if it's off gallivanting somewhere, he's gonna lose his cap. So this might have worked out unusually well for us. Wow. Yeah, no, he's wide open. So we're gonna kill him next turn. So that's kind of exciting. Let's get back into the dungeon. Nation garrisons. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. Why would you not garrison undefended cities? I do have undefended cities right now. The reason I don't have them garrisoned is mostly resources. Some of the garrisons, even though they're cheap, they do still cost resources. So whenever I have enough resources, I'll garrison cities that are frontier cities. Like I can't close this window interface right now to show you, but if you see here, down here at the bottom, Sword Break, that's a frontier city that I did garrison for that very reason, because it borders a couple of nations we were previously hostile with, and same thing where we're here, Irast, or however you say that here. Anyway, so I do definitely garrison frontier cities whenever I can, whenever I have the resources. But yeah, like in a game like this, you should do it. In a game like Shadow Empire, you have to do it. So yeah, I don't know. I guess he just wasn't a fan of that. Which is surprising, because again, this is the guy that made War Plan, and obviously you have to be mindful of that sort of thing in War Plan. But I'm kind of thinking he might have had a more sort of casual idea in mind with this game. You know, like he might have had. I think he's trying to reach a more casual audience with this particular game, but I could be totally misjudging. Hey, speaking of which, here, check it out. We found some Hydralisks. This is what Odie was talking about earlier, in case you guys didn't catch that. So this is the, yeah, like every creature has a different, like, creature portrait, of course. And the Flailing Behemoth, as you can see, has this portrait. And if you've played StarCraft before, you'll immediately recognize this as a Zerg Hydralisk. I even spoke to the developer about that, and he doesn't care. He's like, nope, I paid for that on Shutterstock, so it's all good. It's nice and legal. So this is our legally distinct Hydralisk right here. You don't do casual? Yeah. That's right. I don't have a problem with casual stuff, but I think that was his aim for this particular game. But yeah, I definitely recommend the War Plan series. Those are quite nice. Quite good. They're not casual, they're not hardcore. They're in a nice spot in between. I think anybody could really. They have a learning curve, but it's not too steep. I think they're very approachable and they're very nice. All right, let's do this. So we can slay some Hydralisks. That was a nice shot, Vale. Very good. Okay. Let's get him healing. Gonna stack, sleep, catch you later. Okay, man, have a good sleep. Talk to you later, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, Odie, you're gonna switch back over to attacking. Oh shit, Vale's taking hits again. Let's get him healing. Let's get you. Nah, I don't know. Well, let's just be safe and we'll retreat you, just in case. Just in case. Why don't we do a double heal this turn? Get our mages back where they need to be. Okay, you can attack. You can attack. Okay, you can go back to that. This is a slightly harder fight. Those Hydralisks are putting up a hell of a fight. Yep. Got one. Artemiel. Just after he leaves, he smashes a Hydralisk for 6 damage. Nice shot, dude. Nice shot. Alright, good. Out of that. Get our camp in. Keep rolling. Oof. Looks like a good one. Ooh. We're getting some good attacks in on them. Oh, we better heal. So yeah, it's the basic flow of things. You've got your overmap, your your hex encounter war game style. You've got the city building going on, trying to build up your infrastructure so you can get lots of resources and build more units and stuff like that. And then you've got this dungeon layer. So it's a nice little blend of stuff. I do like it quite a bit. The game does need a lot of improvement, a lot of polish, and a lot of bug fixing, and just needs to be just fleshed out and expanded a little bit more. But all in all, I think he's got a pretty good thing going here. Well, unfortunately, the developer is at the moment currently working on a brand new game. This game just came out last summer, I think, but he's now working on another World War II game called I think it's called Victory or no, Total Victory. I want to say. I think it's called Total Victory. It does look quite nice, but I think that's what he's doing right now. He'll occasionally look back at this game, but I think all in all, he's kind of, for the most part, kind of moved past it, which is a bit of a shame because I do quite like it. Okay, so we're out of heals. Time to go. Yeah, so next turn we should be able to finish these guys off. I would certainly hope. I guess we could check out some dungeons with this guy. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I could sell some more wood. No, we already sold wood this turn. We drove down the price, so let's not do that again. Sell some more wood next turn. What? I just got no wars for the first half of the game. You didn't see that. It was on Steam. It popped up on Steam, but no wars for the first half of the game. Isolationist. I just got that somehow. That's a bug. I better report that. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Okay. Let's just double check, see if you actually physically got that. Yeah, we did. So we just got 200 victory points for being no wars for the first half of the game. Wow, that's not at all what happened. I'm trying to remember. Did I actually declare? No, I did. I did declare war. Yeah, that's a bug because I declared war on Harry's. I thought maybe it meant like me not actually declaring war. Like, people declare on me, I can fight them off, but as long as I don't declare any offensive wars. But I definitely declared offensive war because that's how I took Harry's. Like, all this was one big nation that was surrounding me, and I killed them. So, that's a bug. Okay. Well, that sucks. I'll report that to the dev for sure. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, I'll take your trade. It's fine. It's gonna do. Let's have a look at our supply here. Okay, let's have this guy attack first because he's got the big attack. Okay, that's it. Boom, destroyed. We moved in. So that's a wrap on Sunfall Sect. So they're not going to be pestering us with any nonsense anymore. Just out of curiosity, what is this? What is this city called? Temple of the Red Sun. Really? Is that what it's called? Your city's called Temple of the Red Sun. Temple of the Red Sun. Shards 1. So we should be able to sneak a purifier in there. Speaking of purifiers. Yeah, 24. So we only get +2. That's another thing I need to ask about. Yeah, I've got that mentioned. I might have to... Maybe after this stream, I'll do another bug thing. Yeah, because that doesn't feel good. That should be a lot more than that. Okay, So we have conquered them, which is lovely. Actually, just out of curiosity, what is my victory points looking like right now? Where are we here? 12, 20. Yeah, so Rusa is ahead of us. And we're getting 9 a turn, they're getting 12 a turn. That's to do with stability up here. So we're lowering everybody's stability by 17. Despite that, these guys have enough stability to go plus 12. So they're probably like, 80, 90 stability level, these guys. So they've got lots of temples, Rusa does. That's what that means. So yeah, they're going to pull ahead, but if I can get this number to 1,000, which looks like I'm going to be able to, then I'll jump up 50,000 points in theory, and you can't catch up to that. Unless, of course, they get all 5 Unity runes, which they're not likely to do. Nobody has any artifacts yet, which makes sense. We're only on turn 90, and that takes extreme dungeoning. Okay, let's sell some more food, because we can't... Yeah, so we got a ton of food. Month of summer, yeah, so we're producing 132 produced, so let's sell 30 food again. Sell 30 wood. Horses, wood, rocks. And then we'll definitely buy 30 more shards. Keep that rolling. We'll leave our iron alone again, and our, yeah. So next turn, we're going to have enough to build another one of these guys, another devout. We might even, at some point, save up for some cavalry, which would be kind of nice. Get a little bit of cav advantage. So cavalry gives you a flat bonus when you're fighting. So that's kind of nice. I think that's all the Empire stuff we wanted to do. So let's go back into our dungeon. Okay. All right. For these guys. So our guys are going to be really, really weak against this. So we could get hit pretty hard here if we're not careful. And even if we are careful, we can still get hit pretty hard. Okay. Odie, you can go back to attacking. Maybe we put Ride Ink on Slay duty and try and snipe that Tarantisk. Nope. Try again. Here we go. Okay, Odie, you can go back to healing. Alright, this should pretty well do it, I would imagine. Yes, okay, we're out of heals now, so let's go ahead and search. Ooh, we found a secret door. Fun. I don't know if that was upper right. Let's camp. Ah, here we go. Oh, bear trap. Sabir stepped on a bear trap. Okay, so we have found a shard golem, so cross your fingers that we get some shards from the shard golem. That's what we want. We got 5 shards. Very nice. So what is this? Savi's Ring of Stone. Strength, Intelligence, Conviction. This is an armor. -2 Cleverness, which is a bit rough. Everybody has it. No, except you. Artemio could get some much-needed armor. It'll help his intelligence. Let's see what this does to him. So he's at 18, 21, so that was a net positive. Yeah. Plus he's got armor now, so he won't... In theory, he won't die as quick, so Artemio is now tougher, which is nice. 30 heals, 2 searches, that's lots. Dust Lion? Oh, yeah, it's one of those guys. Yeah. Okay. We got lots of heals, so should be able to take this fight. Maybe we'll sneak in a heal while we're doing this. Go. Hey, Vale leveled up. Right on. He's now a level 8. Excellent. Actually, he's got the highest magic attack of the whole group, so he's actually a stronger magic attacker than Artemiel, which is pretty cool. 23 magic attack. That's pretty serious. And he doesn't even have the greatest of gear. Like, his gear's actually pretty bad. 4 more shards. Very nice. Very, very good. Let's get out of here. So that's that. Okay, I think that's it for the turn. That's all we really wanted to do. I'm really, like, I want to make like, we're halfway through the game. This will pay for itself if I do it, but it's like, I'm only going to get 2 shards out of it. So 2 shards a turn, and it costs 30 shards, right? So that's, what, 15 turns, and it's paid for itself. It'll pay for itself in 15 turns, basically, right? But it also takes so many turns to build. Takes 4 turns to build. So it's going to take 19 turns to pay for itself. And then it's pure profit. 19 turns to pay for itself. But then it's pure profit. So there is a temptation to do it. I am very tempted to do it. Actually, I can't. Oh, I got a guild here. We get some more heroes. Hello. I don't know if I want that guild. I might actually delete that. Purifier. We need 20 stone. Next turn we can do that. Yeah, next turn we'll do that. Okay. Alright, let's roll that turn. Get these guys conquered. Unless they have holdings somewhere else, which I seriously doubt. Sunfall Sect has been conquered. Very nice. The sun has set on Sunfall Sect. They are no more. Okay. Right. Let's bump that up. Get our dungeon magic up a little bit. Take that trade deal. And that. Ah, yes, we have our Devout ready to rock. And we can make another one this turn, I think. Should be able to. What's a cav cost? 100 horses. A little bit of iron. Yeah, let's start saving up horses. I'd like a horse unit, a cavalry unit in this stack, just to give us some cav advantage. So let's save up horses now. We'll get a Devout for sure. Yeah, we won't sell horses anymore for a little while. Okay, let's sell some food. Summer end. Okay, so we're producing a ton. Let's gamble a little bit. We'll sell 100 food. Get a bunch of money. Let's see what we can do with that. Yeah. Let's not sell that stone, actually. Let's not sell the stone. I'm severely tempted to do that purifier thing. 20 iron. Oh, damn you. Okay, we'll have to wait till next turn then. Forgot we just built the damn Devout. So next turn we'll do that. We'll do that thing. I guess at this point, now we got to figure out who do we want to kill next. I would love to mess with Warwick. The goody goodies. They haven't been messed with all game, and it would seem to me that it would be fun to do so. Or we could chill. We could totally chill. Is this Warwick doing that? Torham House. Maybe we could pick on these guys. Who is Torham House? Let's have a look. Torham House. Feudal. They are not allied with anybody. Well, well, well. I think I just found lots of food and wood production and iron for myself. And that is what I shall do. Let's move our guys off of here. What we can do is, like Artemiel was saying, that's a nice spot. It might be worth reinforcing that. So let's get golden wood. Yeah, we can do golden wood. Alright, so next turn we will pimp this out. So it's not getting taken on us. Okay, found another dungeon. These guys can go look for more. Nope, false. Yeah, we'll start moving our guys over here. I think we're going to take this little town just for no other reason than because we can. I would absolutely love... Maybe once we can get a third stack going. Let's see what their stuff compares like to ours. Warwick. 334. They definitely have us beat on army, but they're also... They have a huge territory. Like, their territory is as big as ours. So they might be spread out. It'd be really nice to take a bite out of them. That would be hilarious. And they have their army. Someone's over here, yeah. That is really tempting. Really tempting. We might need to fortify some of these border towns, though, so they don't just take them. 5, like Shady Field, actually, if I can think of it. Yeah, we should probably upgrade that. Yeah, maybe we start looking at that in case we go to war with these guys. Crowview Watch, yeah. Okay, let's get back into the dungeon this turn. 5 guys left. Yeah, we can finish this off this turn. Let's get her done. And here they are. We got a Hydralisk to deal with. All right. Let's get in there and do it. Yeah, I wonder if I'm still live. The stream keeps cutting out. Twitch might be having issues. Have to let me know if it's still being a punk. Oh. We should probably heal. Yeah, I might need to mess with my stream stuff. I tried switching my stream setup the other day, or this morning, to something new. It didn't work out, so I switched it back to Twitch, but knowing OBS and Twitch, it might not have worked out, so we'll have to see if this is even working. I might cut the stream short, actually, so I can investigate that, but we'll see. Let's get you doing that. Yeah. Okay, let's do a double heal, actually, just to be safe. Ooh, Artemiel taking hits. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. You can do that. We just don't want any nonsense going on here. Okay, so you can go back to that. You guys are good where you are. Back to you, attack. We'll just leave Odie on heal for the rest of the fight, I think. Okay, so we're done with that, so you can go back to attacking. That bird is concerning me. Maybe we have Sabir trying to slay, maybe? Okay, at this point it doesn't matter. Can do that. Excellent. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Let me check one thing real fast here. So give me one sec, guys. See if we're even live right now. Because Twitch and all that was giving me issues earlier. Okay, it looks like we're good. Okay. Alrighty. What's next? Yeah, okay, let's roll it and see what happens here. Yeah. That's gonna be it for this turn, I think. It might be worth getting a barracks. Maybe in one of those eastern provinces areas that kind of borders Warwick. In case I do decide to attack them. I'm at the point in the game where I don't need to do that. I'm at the point in the game now where I'm just trying to stay alive and make it to the end of the game. So I have no real reason to declare war, but it is my nature to declare war on everybody. So let's see what we have in high water. We do have a barracks here, so we could, in theory, yeah, we could do that. So let's deploy these guys here. So now this temple shouldn't fall. We'll see if we can deploy guys in high water, and if we can, that'll be a nice forward staging point for the war against Warwick if we decide to ever do that. I think we're gonna do that. We could easily bite off pretty much all of this. His capital might be dicey. He's probably got a big stack in there. But pretty much everywhere else, like they've got level 5 stuff, but he's got a lot of low level stuff too. Like we could eat all this. And these level 5 castles, they look intimidating because of level 5, but if he has nothing on them, right, it might not matter. So we also would like to get some guys defending high water, just so they don't get popped. So next turn we'll do that there. Let's get move there. Okay. What's this? Yeah, we can trade. That's fine. Okay. Now we're not going to get much food in the winter, so we have to prepare for that. We'll sell like maybe 30. Production. Yeah. So we're 25 over right now. Let's actually not sell any food this turn. Let's be a little cautious here. So I think our next unit is gonna be a cav unit. So we can afford to sell like 10 iron this turn, because they only cost 30, so we're going to wait until this gets up to 100, and then we're going to buy a cav unit. And by that, we should be able to keep up to that, no problem. Keep up to our iron production, I mean. So let's get a little bit of that. We won't sell the horses. I'm not going to bother with that stone, but I will buy maybe 10 shards. Keep the shards coming in here. 26 shards a turn. Yeah, there we are. I wonder, again, if that's based on... No, eh? +2. What the hell is going on? I don't get it. I didn't build that here. I was gonna do that this turn, wasn't I? And I just spent my iron again, so I have to wait till next turn to do that. If indeed I do it at all. I think I will, though. That'll be the last one I build. For sure. Definitely the last one. I could get one more hero. Let's do that. Let's get a brute. What's this? Army morale. Descent removal help. Oh yeah. What do we need in this one? Oh, we need 2 more in that one. Well, actually, no, we don't. We can make another party with Jaiblin. So you got what? Warrior, mage, healer. Okay, so if we get a healer, we can make a full party. Chanter, brute, warrior. Okay, next turn. We'll check. We'll check next turn. Let's get you guys in here. No auto explorer. Rexus Howler. I've never seen that before. Oh shit, it's like a werewolf. Only a few of these creatures have been seen. Primus Howlers transform into these ferocious, powerful beasts. They're the leader of all Howlers. Their connection with the other Howlers makes all Howlers more powerful within their view. They have the strength to rip through wood easily. They have the strength to rip through wood easily. Okay. Their lifespans are short due to the quick changes due to shard magic. Eventually they go into rage, killing everything around them. Dying a painful death. That's kind of funny. Normally it's like their claws can slice through steel. Their fists can smash stone. And these guys are like, they have the strength to rip through wood easily. Okay. They absolutely devastate tissue paper without issue. Okay. Let's get going here. Okay. Let's get Odie healing. Actually, we'll do a double heal here. We'll do another one. Artemiel taking hits. Yeah, you can normal attack. Go to magic. I think we'll just leave you on heal for the rest of the fight, maybe. Okay. Poison vials, really? See, this is why we need an adventure. They'd mitigate some of that for us. Primus Howler, Rexus. Okay, so we found like a werewolf dungeon. That's kind of interesting. I've never seen that. Brute Howler. Okay. So the game's got like kind of an analog for a lot of the stuff. Like it's not undead, it's unhallowed. It's not werewolf, it's howlers. All kinds of stuff like that. It's kind of neat. Block +4 armor. Or a weakened warlock. Primus. Wow. Okay, killed. Artemiel leveled up. Very nice, very nice. Let's keep it rolling. I mean, they don't seem overly tough. Yeah, I'd never seen those werewolves. That's kind of cool. Let's have you attack for now. Okay, so that's going to be it. Let's get out of here. Yeah, so if we've got barracks down here, we can start deploying over here, which means we can start marching with these guys. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be that. We're going to leave the horses. We're going to save up for a cav unit. We've got one devout coming in 2 turns. We got some other guards, some militiamen coming in to guard high water. We're already at 931 corruption cards. I'm super excited to see how many points we get. If we get our proper 50,000 or if we get only 450. I suspect it'll be 50,000, but we'll see. We will see. Okay. Let's drop our dudes over here. Okay, that... Oh shit, I put them in the wrong spot. Whoops. I mean, they're okay there too, but that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, I'm gonna build that thing here, I think, now. Let's get rid of that guild, because we don't need it anymore. Before we do that, enchanter. Kind of waiting for a healer. Let's wait for a healer. Okay, so we'll hold off on that. We'll hold off. Once we get a healer, we'll buy it, and then we'll get rid of that guild. It'll be a little bit gamey. We're going to do a little gamey here. Just because. And then we'll get 2, 3, 5, 6. We'll do that. And then they'll go here. And I'm okay with them here. And then we don't lose the north path. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Okay. So yeah, we should be able to deploy over here now because we have a barracks. This guys can go there. Oh yeah, we were gonna kill these guys. I forgot. That was our big plan. We're gonna take Torum House because it exists. Let's get you guys back in here. A full pack of Tarantisks. Okay. What do they do again? Weakened. So we're going to be really weak. Very weak this time around. Ooh, shit. Vale. Vale, buddy. There you go. We got you. Maybe I'll keep Odie on heal just for this. Just so we don't lose any people. Okay. Actually, no. I want him attacking now. May get some damage in there. Alright, that's it for our heals. Let's camp, get him back. Ow. That hurt. Oof. Alright, let's get some healing. They're hitting us hard, that's for sure. I wonder if that's related to the weaken property they have. It must be, right? Yeah, they're making us burn through our heals for sure. Yeah, that's it for that. Okay. Devout coming in next turn. We'll see if we can deploy them down here. We should be able to. I wonder how high the corruption curse can go. Right? Like, because we're going to surpass 1,000 reasonably quick here. So I'm thinking, can we take it to like 2,000? And what kind of stability effect is that going to have on everybody else? Right? $972. So we're going to get this in the next few turns here. Which is really awesome. Devout. Yes, we can. We can deploy them down here, which is excellent. That's what we're going to do. So you guys are going to go here. Okay, now high water is guarded. This I'm not ultra super worried about. You guys are going to come down here and join up with them. You guys are more than enough to take this clown. So next turn, we're going to probably declare war on these guys just to get her done. We're going to have apparently a winter campaign in there, which, whatever. There's no road going up there. Supplies are going to suck, but we're going to do it anyway. It's a level 6, so we're going to see what they have there. If they have a lot of shit there, this could be a problem, but if they don't... Alright. We're also going to guard this, I think, before we do anything funky. Right, let's check our heroes again. Yeah, we have a healer. There we go. We got another druid. Cleric and a druid, so... Let's get the cleric, because he's more expensive and therefore has better stats. Rorig. He has 8 heals. Okay, that's fine. So we got our dude now. So now we're gonna get rid of this. Gonna get rid of the guild. I wonder what it says here now. Okay, it doesn't change. So now we're gonna build that purifier, and that's gonna be the last purifier we build. I think we're gonna just let it run its course, because that takes us 30 shards, which that'll take, depending on what it does here. If it only gives us +2, that's 15 turns to pay for itself, plus the 4 turns while it constructs. So 19 turns to pay for itself, right? But we're gonna do it, because we have to. Yep. Do all those things. Speaking of collaborate, how's our freaking research doing? We're still chugging along here. We haven't quite hit the next level in magic. That's gonna actually help us a lot. We have a lot of magic in our party, so these magic levels are gonna help us out quite a bit, I think. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. What? That was weird. Okay. Let's get you guys back in. Ow. So that's going to sap 8 of our heals right there. More Tarantisks. Wow. This is kind of like a beast dungeon in a weird way. They don't seem overly vulnerable to our bashing. Well, as I say that, the same guy gets bashed and spellbound. That wasn't too bad. We might be able to do another fight. Yeah, let's do this fight. That'll be fine. Nice. Right, let's camp here. Keep going. More Tarantisk. Holy hell. It's the Tarantisk dungeon. Yeah. Weird wolves and weird beasts. Okay. Start healing. Oop. Oh, heal. Heal, heal. Okay, let's try and snipe that one guy. See if we can snipe him. There we go. I guess we could have Odie heal himself. Ooh. Artemiel with a smash. 6 damage smash on that one guy. That was awesome. Good job. Okay. That's it for our heals. Time to go. Alright. 972. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. I'm really curious. Maybe another 2 turns. Maybe another 2 turns. Because we're getting like maybe 15 a turn, right? So we might get this in a couple turns. That'd be kind of interesting to see. See what it does. See how many points it gives us. One source says it gives us 450. One source says 50,000. My money says it's the 50,000. That's correct, but we'll see. And if it's not, we might be in some trouble as for to winning this game. We'll see what happens. 993. So next turn. We will get that next turn. Okay. You can go there. You can go there. Okay, so not this turn, but the following turn we will definitely declare war. Okay, let's sell some food before we lose any. We didn't lose any that time, but we're about to, so we'll sell some more. Sell... Let's... Oh, man, I'd like to sell all that. 101 produced, 76 used, so we're banking 25 a turn even in this nonsense. So let's sell a bunch. Yeah, let's get some money. Let's get money. And we will not sell horses because we're going to need them. Let's buy 30 more shards. That's good. Okay, that's fine. Let's dip back in here. I don't tend to have a lot of luck with that snipe, but we'll try it. Ooh. Ride Ink with the 6 damage melee attack. Nice. Messed up that werewolf. Good job. Okay. Ow. Okay, that's rough luck. That's rough timing on that, but we'll have to work with it. Okay, Odie, start healing. Yeah, we'll let you heal for a couple more turns there. Or maybe that. Actually, yeah, there you go. That should be good. Nope. Back to heal. Oh shit, we're out of heals. Okay, that's not good. So let's not play. Oh, we can't retreat. All right, well, if that's the case, fail. You're going to do that. Ride Ink, you're going to soak. And yeah. Drake, you're going to try and snipe that bashed dude. There we go. We're going to camp and run back in. Attack, attack, bash. 94 gold. That's a lot of gold. I would have preferred shards. Jeez. This is quite the dungeon. Pure Tarantisks and the odd howler. Monster beasts and werewolves pretty much in here. I think I'll keep Odie on heal for a little while. Just in case. I don't really like doing it because it takes firepower away, but sometimes you gotta do it. Oh, actually, let's do a double heal here. Okay. Ooh. Riding. Man, Riding's kicking some ass. He's getting a lot of 6 damage crits in. Beast mode. Alright, that's it. Damn, look at this, eh? Alright, well, I guess we leave. That's it. Okay, so next turn we should be getting this. Let's see what we get. Leader killed. The AIs warring with each other. It's kind of fun and satisfying to see all the different wars going on across the world. Oh, you just straight up get it. Okay. I didn't realize it worked like that. That's And yeah, the turn's still going. Wow. Yeah, okay, so you do get the 50,000 points. You just straight up win. Wow. The worshippers of the fallen deity had accumulated a sufficient number of corrupted wait, what? Whoa, that's not right. Well, we'll go with it. The worshippers of the fallen deity had accumulated a sufficient number of corrupted shards to ensure the curse would be unstoppable. Their final incantation was meant to destroy their opposition and their false idols, and then transform the realm into a paradise. They unleashed their final magic outside their great stronghold, that would be Torrendal, or whatever it's called. At first, after the final words had been spoken, nothing seemed to be happening, and they thought the curse had failed. But then slowly the ground began to faintly glow and appeared to move. The curse became ever more violent and began to spread outward, consuming or transforming everything it touched. They saw that the destruction of their enemies' forces and monuments was proceeding, but the subsequent transformation to a paradise was not. As they watched their dark intention fulfilled, a neophyte noticed the base of their stronghold was beginning to change. A scourge was climbing the walls and would soon reach the parapet. The young woman raised the alarm and screams were heard in the distance, not from their enemies but from their own people. The most powerful priests and mages gathered to incant a magical barrier to hold back the curse from reaching the top and inside of their stronghold. They considered what could have gone wrong. Why had the curse turned on them? How could they reverse or stop this catastrophe? The curse continued to advance, albeit more slowly, as it was held back by powerful magics. Using shard magic, the highest order of masters worked on devising a new incantation that would stop the curse from overwhelming them. Each attempt failed, and concern began to turn into panic. Some mages were caught by the curse and were transformed into abominations, only to die moments later and return as the undead within the hour. As the curse reached the stronghold's final chamber, a place of worship to the dark god, no mercy was shown for whom the curse consumed. Filled with regret, the last of the cult were transformed by the destroyer they had unleashed. Within months, the rest of the realm fell for the curse. As it advanced, the more it consumed, and the faster and more powerful it became. Every attempt to stop or slow it had failed. Finally, the curse was halted when it reached the sea, preventing it from advancing further. Survivors tried sailing offshore to escape the curse, only to die of thirst and starvation on the remote islands. The realm fell into darkness. Once the curse had consumed everything in its path, it died as well. Yeah, boy. Okay. Let's get some screenshots going on here. Okay, cool. So let's save that, because why would we not? Yeah, so that's, yeah. So 96 turns. That's not bad. I didn't think we were gonna get that so quick. I didn't realize that we were just gonna straight up win. I thought we would have to close out the game. That might be a good spot to end it. I am tempted to keep playing until I can get Draeul out. Maybe I can just summon him anyways. Will it let me? No. I don't have enough iron. So, yeah. So, technically, we just won the game, which is fine. But, you know, I kind of wanted to get Draeul in here. So, I think what I might do is I might actually keep playing this save tomorrow. And we'll see how long it takes us. Because by the time that other purifier goes up, we'll probably be at about 30 shards a turn. Plus, we're going to be buying some every turn. So, you know, however long it takes us to get to 1,000. It might take us a couple more streams to get to that point. But I think we can do it before the game ends. It's still 80 turns. That's plenty. But yeah. That was an interesting turn of events. So I guess now we know, right? So yeah, we managed to end the world. But unfortunately, we died along with it. So that's pretty funny. But yeah. That's been a pretty fun game so far. So thanks everybody for coming by. It's been fun. It's good to see you all. Like I said, I'll be back at this again tomorrow, and we'll see if we can actually summon Draeul. I don't know if it'll happen tomorrow. We'll try. But yeah, I think I'd like to keep this going. So thanks for coming, everybody. It's been fun, and hopefully we'll see you later. Okay, guys, take it easy. Peace.